CDC Chief Rochelle Walensky overruled her own agency's advisors late Thursday night, recommending that booster shots of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine go to Americans aged 65 and older, adults at high risk of severe disease, as well as workers at high risk of contracting COVID-19. The CDC expert panel had voted against recommending boosters to those at risk of contracting COVID-19 at their jobs, including healthcare workers, daycare staffers, teachers, and grocery workers, citing the difficulty of implementing such a broad recommendation. They also cited evidence that the COVID-19 vaccines without a booster still offered strong protection against severe illness and death. Walensky's recommendation aligned with a broader authorization for the booster shot issued by the FDA on Wednesday and was a victory for the Biden administration, which declared in August that every vaccinated American would be able to get a booster dose by September 20th. The Biden administration's announcement kicked off weeks of tense debate among scientists over whether boosters were needed for the general population.
At CDC, we are tasked with analyzing complex, often imperfect data to make concrete recommendations that optimize health, Walensky said in a statement. In a pandemic, even with uncertainty, we must take actions that we anticipate will do the greatest good. The CDC director's recommendation will now trigger federal payment of insurance costs for the extra doses. But, potentially adding to the confusion, states can choose to disregard the CDC's guidance and set their own rules for who can get shots. In a press conference on Friday, President Joe Biden celebrated the move to offer Pfizer booster shots. This week, as planned, we took a key step in protecting the vaccinated with booster shots, which our top government doctors believe provides the highest level of protection available to date, Biden said. The FDA and the CDC completed their independent scientific review, Biden said. Based on that review, the majority of Americans who are fully vaccinated with the Pfizer vaccine are now able to receive a booster shot 6 months after they've received their second shot. Walensky's move came after weeks of disagreement over how the US should proceed with boosters. Many scientists, including top experts at the FDA and the World Health Organization, argued boosters are not needed for the general public since the vaccines are still very effective at preventing the worst outcomes of the disease. They argued doses would be better spent vaccinating people across the world to prevent the spread of new, more dangerous variants. After the FDA authorized a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine on Wednesday, the CDC Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices was tasked with recommending which people should receive booster shots, opting for a narrower set of people to receive an additional dose for the time being. The panel did vote to recommend Pfizer boosters for all fully vaccinated past recipients 65 and older, as well as allowing them for any adults at high risk of severe disease. However, the panel voted 9-6 against recommending boosters for people who are in an occupational or institutional setting where the burden of COVID-19 infection and the risk of transmission are high. Many doctors on Twitter responded with shock and confusion.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.